Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Northwest Trails series. Today I want to share with you my worst mountain biking story. And I'm sharing it because it's been long enough that I feel like I can share it at this point. And I think it's a good lesson for anyone who mountain bikes, or road bikes, or does any sort of biking. So here's what happened. 2 summers ago, I was out riding, and I was using Strava. And there was a few segments that day I was really pushing myself on, that I really wanted to, compete against myself on and, get some PRs, I guess. So that day, I think I did something like a 20-mile ride. It was like something like 80-something degrees. It was a pretty warm day for like pushing some PRs on Strava. And I got back to my car, and I really felt like there was a few spots where I was like, I really did it, and I killed it. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a bunch of gold medals on my Strava account. So I threw the bike on the rack, went over into the shade, and I was looking, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, I killed it. I got multiple gold medals. It was like a super awesome ride. Even to this day, it was still a really good ride. But yeah, so I threw my bike on the rack and threw all my stuff in the car. And then I was just excited to get home and, get on to taking a shower and relaxing for the night. And then, so pulled out of the parking lot, hopped onto the highway, and I'm going about 50 miles an hour, and all of a sudden driving along, and I hear this noise, and I look in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, my bike slid off the bike rack, and I saw it just tumbling at 50 miles an hour behind me, almost like a crazed mountain bike chasing me from behind. It didn't do too much damage to the bike. I think it was mostly like a dignity kind of thing, which really got a little worse when I got pulled over and then went running to grab my bike, and someone drove by, and I think they had 4 mountain bikes on the bike rack, so there's probably about 4 mountain bikers watching me run back to grab my mountain bike and scoop it off the ground and go put it back on my car. Oh, it was so awful. It was the worst thing ever. I got home and the damage wasn't too bad. I had to readjust the derailleur and everything and kind of make, I don't know, I had to do a little bit of tuning, and it got good as new. Bikes are pretty crazy indestructible. But there's definitely still a little bit of damage. But yeah, wow, that was the worst, most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. It was pretty bad. I was cringing pretty hard. So yeah, that's the lesson for you, is that if you're mountain biking or traveling anywhere with your bike via a car, once you get your bike on the rack, you strap it on. You throw all your stuff in the car, you hop in the car, you sit down, you start the car, you can even put your seatbelt on, get ready to go, but before you drive away, take the seatbelt back off, go back out there and double check that your bike is strapped on, because you don't want to have that happen to you. It's the worst. It's the worst thing that can ever happen. And yeah, that's the lesson. That's the story. Even after all this time, I still carry a lot of shame. It's terrible. All right. Well, that's all I got for this video. I was going to do a workout video, but I just had a closing shift at work today, and I'm feeling pretty pooped. So that's all we're going to do, is share that story with you. But tomorrow is upper body day. So if you're into watching me try to lift some heavy weights, you can come watch tomorrow. All right. See you then.